trying to squeeze every drop of life out of myself that I realized God was waiting for me, and I just needed to shake his hand. He had sent me people to teach me the most important lessons in servanthood and leadership that I could ever ask for. So every semester over the past 4 years, I've written down a word that has embodied these lessons learned and who taught me. From my friends and from my roommates, I learned of trust, loyalty, commitment, and community. From the girls I pursued, and the only one I successfully wooed, I learned about the power of God's real presence and his promise for us. From my co-artists and my professors, I learned of diligence, purpose, and empathy. God used all of these people to reveal to me that my identity, that seemingly so distant target, had been in his hands all along, as he walked beside me through the darkness. He showed me that my art is used to fulfill his command, to love others, and to remember that every day is a new perspective, to be not afraid of failing, finding, or simply being. After all, identity is not a target. It is not a destination, and there is no existential welcome waker waiting to move you into your new home on the beaches of success and fulfillment. Who we are is ever-changing. We are refined over and over like the finest jewelry. Sometimes we become afraid of knowing who we are because it means that we have to be vulnerable in accepting the good and the bad. Sometimes we can feel weak and anxious about what others might say about us. When tomorrow comes, and you and I are no longer Bethel students, we may wonder about our identity. We may feel lost in despair after realizing that our 4 years of stumbling in the dark has brought us through a door and into a bigger, darker room. We might feel alone. Me. We. The very definition of we implies togetherness, and that is where we can find the hope for who we are. There's hope knowing that we are not alone, and only if we are willing to trust one another and to trust God. Hope for always learning about our identity through service and through honesty. Hope for a better way of life through being genuine. Hope for deeper connections through admitting our faults while holding hands and singing to the Beatles. If there's one thing that we are to remember from our college experience, let it be this. Our value and our identity in this world is not in knowing anything, but it is in trusting, hoping, and braving the darkness together. And that 4 years of pretending to be an ostrich gets you a long way. Thank you, and congratulations to my fellow graduates.